Pope takes a poop and the president too, and the fancy pants banker in his three-piece suit, the big fat general and all of his troops. The truth of the matter is everybody poops. The famous brain surgeon has to leave his lump, and the high-priced model has to stop for a dump. But can the size of Canada can't spray away the truth, cause even if they don't admit it, everybody poops.
Hey guys, welcome back on our channel, and today we're going to talk about the stereotypes surrounding the whole veganism thing, the whole vegan people, vegan community, because Nicole and I, with this channel, our goal is really to give a really positive, chill point of view on veganism, and that's why we're doing this little series in June, because we want to show people who want to start veganism, people who are not vegan, that the thing they see in media is not necessarily the true, and like everything, it's what you make of it that is important and not what people show you. So our first stereotype today would be how veganism is not one single thing. It's actually a scale, in my opinion. I know the whole concept of scale is quite trendy at the moment, but I find it a very useful concept and quite telling, true, make it easier to explain stuff, and so I want to apply it to veganism. So diet, human diet in general, is a scale. So let's see, because you can go from being a meat eater to, I don't know, only eating fruits, and in between there's so much different type, and it's the same in veganism. It's like right outside of the vegan part of the scale there's man-eaters, vegetarians, or I need to stop saying meat-eaters, right? So on the scale there's the vegan part, and right outside there are meat-eaters, people who don't eat red meats, people who don't eat fish, people who only eat fish, people who are vegetarians, people who don't drink milk but still eat eggs, stuff like that. And in veganism, there are many types of veganism. I know that I, for example, still eat honey as a vegan, so I would be on one side of the scale. I don't eat anything else coming from animals, but I eat honey, so I would be on one side of the scale, and I still consider myself a vegan. And some people don't eat honey, some people are raw vegans, some people only eat, as I said, fruits, some people will only eat fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. And so you just need to position yourself on a scale, basically, and if you want to start at one point and just evolve to some other levels of the scale, it's fine. I personally passed from meat eater to vegan without the vegetarian step, but you don't have to do like me. It was a personal choice, and so yeah, you just need to, and we perfectly know that not everybody can be vegan for hundreds of different reasons. Like if you're allergic to nuts, if you have money troubles, if you are not very rich, being vegan is not as expensive as people make it to be, but it can be quite expensive sometimes, and so we're perfectly aware that not everybody can afford it. But it doesn't mean you can place yourself somewhere on the scale. You can, for example, even in the meat eaters scale, there's people eating meat every day, every meal, and people eating meat twice a week, and even that makes a huge difference. So first stereotype you need to break. Vegan is not just one thing. Veganism is what you make it to be. The second stereotype I want to break is basically something Nicole covered in the preceding video we did, so you might want to check this one out. But it's the reasons why people become vegan, because there are a ton, it doesn't seem like it, but there are actually a bunch of different reasons why people become vegan. And for example, Nicole and I, we became vegans primarily for environmental reasons, but some people became vegan for animal rights mostly. Some people became vegan for their health. Some people became vegan because it's trendy. It's not much, like, it's not the majority, but it happens. And yeah, so many reasons why people become vegan. And I think you need to stop thinking about vegans are at the animal lover freak or something, even though, like, I don't understand why people use this argument against vegan, like, oh, they poor animals, and because I think it's quite brave to change your diet so drastically just because you respect animals, just because you think animals deserve something better than ending up in a plate. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing this for these reasons. I personally didn't, but it's a nice bonus to it, to be a vegan. And yeah, so second stereotype, so many different reasons why people become vegan. First stereotype, vegans are super healthy health freak people. No, they can be, a lot of them are, the majority I think comes somewhere in the middle, where we care about our health and we cook quite a lot, and that's where I am myself. But some vegans don't, like, just eat like bread and I don't know, peanut butter and chips every day, and that's it. And they're vegans still, but are not healthy at all. And so yeah, you don't have to be a health freak or a particularly good cook to become a vegan. It can ask for you to make more effort when it comes to cooking, but you don't have to do all this like weird complicated recipes with stuff you never heard of before. You just continue to be yourself, and if you don't like to cook, it's fine. You just like cook rice, pasta, lentils with vegetables, and it's not like anything big. That's what I do most of the time. False stereotype. Vegan hates meat eaters. No, we don't. We can, like, I was saying we don't care, that's not true. Of course we care, like, because if you want to talk, like, if we had the choice, we would try to make people understand why it's not good to eat meat, because we don't think it's a good thing. But at the end of the day, you just do whatever the fuck you want to do, like. When you decide to become vegan, it's a very personal decision, and that's why I respect people who are meat eaters, because it's a personal decision they made. They still eat meat. That's fine by me, like, I don't care. I just do what I do, and if people are curious about it, if they want to talk about vegans and why I'm a vegan, why there are problems, issues about eating meat, consuming animal products nowadays, I will explain to them happily, but I let them live their lives, like, eating meat without any worries. Also, like, we're perfectly aware that not everybody is as interested in ecology and the environment as we are, and not everybody has the same knowledge as we have, so it's fine. Just, we don't hate meat eater at all. Some vegans do, but it's such a tiny minority, and the thing is, like, in every community with bad stereotypes, the tiny minority screams louder, and it's the one people listen to, and so it's annoying and frustrating for the average person in the community. And I'm pretty sure if you are a part of another community and you're frustrated because people have bad stereotypes about your community, and some tiny minority who fit the stereotype is the one who is given the mic to speak and stuff like that. That's also why we do this video with Nicole, because we want to take the mic and explain what an average real person vegan is. Like, just chill. Okay, my fifth stereotype is that, oh my god, vegans are not perfect at all. Like, most people, like, you know, try to caught you like, oh, but you're doing this and you're doing this, and yeah, and like, it's bad. And like, my sister, for example, she's always like, when I say people I'm vegan, they say just I'm vegan, and she say, yeah, but she still eats honey, and I'm just like, yeah, I still do, but like, why do you have to point it like all the time? I do. If you ask me, I say yes, and I explain why I still eat honey without a problem. But like, she's the one eating meat every day and not giving a fuck, and she's pointing at me for being bad because I still eat honey, and it just makes me laugh. But apart from that, like, I started to be a vegan in March, and I'm not gonna lie, I broke the vegan diet several times since March, because vegan people are not perfect, and most of us, we spend 20, 25, 30 years eating meat, and out of nowhere we have to adjust our mind, our body, and our urge, like, you know, when you're craving something, like, it happens every day, and we have to restrain ourselves from this urge, because most of the time it does not involve quinoa or soda or tofu or something, like. And so sometimes it's hard, and sometimes we break the vegan diet, and that's fine. You're still a vegan even if you break your diet. It's a process you learn every day, and you just make it through the day as a vegan. It's not a struggle. I don't want to say it's a struggle. It's just, we're not perfect. Sometimes we break the diet. Sometimes we consume stuff with animal product without realizing. Like, it's fine if you're not a perfect vegan every second of your life. It's fine. You're still a vegan. You're just learning every day. Like, just chill. That's all I want to say. We're not perfect. We're not doing something particularly like brave or anything. We just made a choice, and that's it. So yeah, vegans are not perfect, and we're allowed to not be perfect. Like, if you're on a diet for the summer, I don't know, you want your beach body ready, even if it's a dumb concept, it's only an example. Like, you want your beach body ready, but you will break your diet from time to time. But it's the same for us. Like, it just happens, but it doesn't. I don't remember the last time I broke my vegan diet, but it wasn't long ago. And it doesn't mean I restarted being a vegan. I still started being a vegan in March. I mean, it's fine. Everything is fine. Everything is chill. Like, hell, guys, just chill. 6 now. Oh, that's quite a lot. 6 stereotype is... How could I say that without being rude? Basically, we know better than you. Like, I think the thing that comes, like, people want to talk to me about the most is like they want to give me health advice, just most of the time, as if like you not being a health professional at all, just being a regular veg person who eats meat, you're just suddenly an expert. And I know it comes like from the earth, and it's not something mean or anything, but like we know better than you. Like, being a vegan is our everyday life. It's 3 meals a day plus snacks plus everything, so we experience it every day. We are aware of all the things we need to have a proper health and not like miss stuff in our alimentation. Like, we know, I would say 90, some vegans are dumb and start being a vegan just like, oh, I'll be a vegan now without looking up what they need. Which makes me think the next video will be about all the nutrients you need if you want to start a vegan diet, so stay tuned. Anyway, so yeah, when 90% of the vegans who start will look up what they need, see which kind of foods they should start to eat more, what kind of supplements they need to take, everything, like, and because it's our life, I don't say we don't learn every day new things about the diet and everything, but the basics, we are aware of what our body needs to stay healthy, because I don't deny that we have more risk than people consuming protein coming from meat, for example. I don't deny that, but we know, like, so that's why we are far more cautious about the whole thing, about our diet, than meat eaters can be, because they have in their mind that it's fine if they eat a few vegetables and some kind of protein and that's it during the day. And so they will be fine because they have what they always learn, what is the good diet, like it's more or less what they do every day, so it's fine. But us, we're not fine. Like, we saw in like children, you need to take to the doctor and you need to play doctor with, because we're just children who don't know how to check up on internet what you need to start your diet. So yeah, I know it comes from like you being worried and from the bottom of your heart, but just stop, because we know, like, we know better than you. It's part of our everyday life. We don't need advice on what we need to eat. Like, just, I don't even know if it's a stereotype, but I just keep it, because just stop. Like, we are not dumb. We eat every day. We know what we need, and our body will tell us if we need something else. And you don't have I'm pretty sure, since you think it's fine, you don't have the perfect diet either. And I'm not coming to you talking about like cardiovascular illness because you eat red meat. Like, I'm not coming to you to talk about that. So why would you come to me and talk about my health? Stop. That's it. Stop. Just stop. I think it's that one. Not every vegan is involved in politics. As I said, a minority is involved in politics, and a minority of us actually see being a vegan as a political movement. That's not my case, and I can speak for Nicole, but that's not my case, and they see it as a political movement. That's fine by me. Like, you can see it however you want to see it. And so they are involved in politics, and even most people like involved in environment, politics and animal rights are vegans or at the very least vegetarians. And like, yeah, so they're involved in politics because I guess when you choose to be a vegan, you're more aware that not every vegan is involved in politics. You can be, because I think this way of life makes you more aware of everything that is not good and need to be changed. But you can choose to get yourself involved, you can choose not to, but it's not necessary at all. So yeah, not every vegan is involved in politics. Being a vegan is not only about food. I think I start to realize now something I didn't realize when I started, that it involves a much larger process about the way you consume not only food but beauty products, clothes. It makes you more conscious. So it can start from food. It can stay at only food, and that's fine. But since you learn more and more every day, you want to do more and more because you realize there are a bunch of problems everywhere, like in fast fashion, for example. Since you learn about all this stuff, you want to do more and more and more and more. And I think it's a process, something that is probably never ending. It can, like, I don't want to stop people from becoming vegan because they think it's too complicated and they would not be able to shop in H&M ever again because they became vegan or something. No. It can stay only at food, but I think being a vegan is larger than just food. And as I said, as being vegan is personal, you just learn new stuff and you decide what you want to do with it. And it's a process, so you don't have to change everything on day one. It's actually impossible. So if you just start by food, and you can stay on food, or you can continue and try to be more conscious, because it's, as I said, like, it's impossible to be perfect on your vegan diet all day, every day, for 10 years. I think it's even more complicated to be ethical when it comes to clothes and stuff like that, because it's much more expensive. So my point is, being vegan starts with food but involves a much larger process. And yeah, I think I'm done with this video. I think it's long enough. You must be bored listening to me talk. What can I say? Stay tuned, because on next video will be Nicole will talk to you about supplements, and I think it's really interesting and really useful if you want to start the vegan diet, or if you're only at the beginning, or even if you want to learn more about it but you don't think about starting one yet or at all. And yeah, stay tuned. You can check us out on Instagram and Twitter. We don't have much followers, but if you guys start to follow us, we'll get more active on it, definitely. If you have other stereotypes in mind, obviously leave a comment below. Subscribe, I guess, if you are interested in more. We're coming with more videos, not only about veganism, but other subjects that we like. Bye!